This podcast is proud to be part of the TalkSport Fan Network. TalkSport. Powered by fans.
If your team isn't using ClickUp, you're wasting time, and data proves it. 61% of knowledge workers manage work more than doing it, switching apps 1,000 times a day. That's work sprawl and costs millions. ClickUp replaces 20 apps with Convergence, uniting projects, docs, and chats, while AI super agents handle the busy work. Join 4 million teams using ClickUp to finish work 30% faster. Try it free and get 15% off AI upgrades at clickup.com/podcast. That's CLICKUP.com/podcast.
This episode is proud to be sponsored by Now, where you can stream Sky Sports flexibly. Catch the biggest games this season how you want, when you want. The football season is back, and you can keep up with all the action on Sky Sports with a Now membership. Whether you're perched on the edge of your sofa or hiding behind it, you can capture more of the drama this season with Now. The heat of the moment, the 90th minute winner, that last-ditch tackle, the pride on the line, and the best bit, you can dip in for the derby or stay for the season. With a Now month membership, you can stream all Sky Sports channels flexibly. No fuss. Go to nowtv.com to find out more about sports memberships. 18 plus, UK only. Minimum speed 2.5 megabits per second. Live scheduling may be subject to change. Full terms apply.
Evening Blues fans near and far, and welcome to the Tilton Talk Show, sponsored by AMG Logistics with Paul Hickis, the one and only Claire Wielden.
Good evening.
The roving reporter live from St Andrews, Mr. Fixer Craig Courtney.
Good evening, everybody.
The trainer man, Mr. Tally Jones.
Good evening, all.
Mr. Roadmarker Adams.
I think that was me. Hello, everyone. Good evening.
Good evening.
Producer, Mr. Chris Browne.
Good evening.
Okay, so not a bad week overall for Blues. Maybe a bit more disappointing than it should be results-wise. I think we deserved a lot more than what we got in the 2 games since we were last on. I'll start us off with West Brom away, but I think it's only right, obviously, before we do that, to obviously go straight to Tom Wagner and wish him a speedy recovery and all the best in his recovery from a stroke. And I thought, obviously, we got Tim Andrews joining us at 7 o'clock to discuss, obviously, the banner further and, you know, how all that came about and the magnificent thing that the OSC Supporters Club did in relation to that as well. So we'll come on to that in further detail from 7 p.m. when Tim joins us. But I think it's only, isn't it, Tally, just to sort of wish Tim, wish Tom Wagner all the very best and a speedy recovery. I mean, the guy has literally pulled us off the floor, hasn't he? He's pulled the fans off the floor, he's pulled the club off the floor, and to be honest, he's going to be pulling parts of the city off the floor as well, isn't he? He's just an absolute legend of Birmingham already, and he's only been here for what? It's getting on for 3 years now, and 2.5 years he's been here.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, we should really have a statue of him already, shouldn't we?
Yeah. It was sad news. It was sad news, but he's got speedy recovery and everything now. He's feeling much better now, isn't he? So
that's great to hear. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I know a few people that's happened to, sadly, as well, and they're doing really well, you know. So hopefully, you know, he can make a full recovery and we can see him back at St Andrews very soon. But yeah, like you say, it was a bit of a shock, wasn't it, when we found out when it came out from the club. It was last Wednesday, I think, that they announced it. It was. I was out working, I was in meetings, and as you do, you know, I've just sort of picked up my phone in between calls and that, and had a look and saw that, and I couldn't quite believe what I was reading, to be honest. A great guy. I mean, I'm seeing. We should never take him for granted either, because I'm even seeing Mikel Arteta ignoring a fan begging for a signature. I'm seeing Chelsea players ignoring mascots, you know, and this guy is just literally, you know, a people person. He'll talk to anyone. He'll take selfies, you know, and he's always got time for everyone, hasn't he? Which is, you know, absolute credit to him. And what he's done for our club in a short space of time, not just on his own, but with his whole team, is remarkable, isn't it, really, when you think where we were before? I mean, this shirt I've got on tonight, you know, you think what we were like when I had this, when we wore this shirt.
Yeah.
Compared to what we are now, it's like night and day, isn't it?
One of the differences is the fact that he's not just an owner, he's a fan, but he's fell in love with the city, and I think that's the thing that's resonating with people is you see some football owners going into clubs and you know, they're just in it for a quick buck and just sitting there, they don't no interest, they don't turn up, they don't get involved.
Yeah.
He's been the polar opposite, and he's been the person we've been crying out for a long time. But he's also he's a fan, and that to me is the biggest difference of all. That's what people have taken to. He is one of us, and hopefully his recovery is really quick. I think the only downside is going to be a while until he can travel and that to places.
Yeah.
So we may not see him again this season down at St Andrews. I really hope we do, but I've just got that element of doubt in my mind at the moment. However, the one thing you've got to turn around and say is he might not be here in presence, but you certainly know he's here in spirit, and that was shown with the fans the weekend.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I do think, just following on from that, Craig, I do think that the only team talk this season you need is Tom Wagner.
Yeah.
And, I've got, is that why Stanner was so upset the week before? We don't know when he scored. You can tell that, all the players saw that amazing flag, which we'll obviously get onto later. But the fact is that you play for the person who owns you. You pay for the person that pays your wages. And, they'll all know Tom personally as well, won't they? So, I mean, what he's done for our club and our city. And it was, to be fair play to all the other fans across the country as well, and some of them down the road, because they were all very supportive as well. So get well soon, Tom.
Yeah, 100%. You just can't sort of say enough about him, can you? You can't give him enough credit, because I don't think there's enough credit in the bank to give him. He's really from us all. He's just absolutely phenomenal owner, and I for one can't wait to see him back at St Andrews and looking well again, and being amongst us. That's the main thing, and up and about and healthy. So yeah, make a speedy recovery, Tom, and we look forward to seeing you back soon, mate. Okay, so on to the football then, Claire. I think West Brom last Tuesday did everything but score, didn't we, really? And I thought we got it right at the end there with Prisk's header. I was jumping around like an idiot thinking that was it, and then when the bloody linesman puts his flag up, it's like someone takes a jam out your donut, isn't it?
100%.
It was a disappointment. I think that everybody was so wanting Blues to win and expecting, and I think when we expect, it doesn't normally happen.
No.
It was how we would describe a typical away performance, if we had to describe it. We went down to their level, but fair play to West Brom. I think that they defended really, really well. They came to make sure that we didn't get anything, and they need the points more than obviously we do near the bottom. And I just thought that we didn't have that cutting edge. We just lacked a little bit. And it's just a shame, really, because those extra 2 points, especially with the game coming up this week, could have really put pressure on Wrexham and Bristol. But, after Sunday, I think there might be change around the corner. But we've just got to start playing our own game against these teams and learn how to break them down. Because West Brom was a disappointing result, but we'll take a point, and good luck to them.
Yeah, I don't think there's much else to add to that. Is the tally from the Baggies game?
No,
it was a complete stalemate, really, wasn't it? And
it's like being in League One again.
Yeah,
it really was. The low block and everything. It was boring.
Yeah,
again, a bit like yourself when that goal went in. It was limbs, wasn't it? But no, I don't. I still to this day, I can't see why it was ruled out. I really don't know why it was ruled out.
Yeah, it was Damari Gray, wasn't it, in front of the goalkeeper, blocking his view.
I think the goalkeeper was pressing on him as well, so I don't get that.
Yeah, I think we had more of a shout for a penalty than that goal being onside. I think we had more of a shout for a penalty, obviously, when he's
handball.
Yeah. I mean, if that's it ricocheted off his inside of his sort of leg, didn't it? And then but if he's stopping the ball going in the net with his hand, surely that's handball. Surely that's handball, whether it ricochets off his leg or not. He stopped a goal, wasn't it?
He was low as well. It weren't like he was in an upright position. He was low, bounced through his legs, and his arm was behind his back. So I don't understand why you wouldn't give that handball.
No, but it was a shame to see Paik obviously get injured from that very attempt on goal and have to go off again with his shoulder. I don't know if it was the same shoulder as he had a problem with before.
Yeah,
I think it is. Yeah, he's to seeing a consultant this week, isn't he, to see what they look to do, whether it's an operation, because he wants to go to the World Cup, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So naturally, as a club, we'd want him to have his operation now, wouldn't we? But in the end of the season, but he won't want to do that.
Yeah, well, let's wish him a speedy recovery as well.
Definitely, yeah.
Being back out on the pitch as well very soon. So yeah, let's get Robe's thoughts on the Baggies game then, and then we'll come on to obviously Craig as well. I'll come to you next as well, mate. But yeah. Someone tell Robe. Someone give Robe a nudge for me.
Robe, talk about the Baggies.
Yeah, what do you want to say about them?
Anything.
I was gutted to miss it. I was over in Malta last week, so I still watched it. It's the worst Albion team I've seen in a long time. Really, really boring game. I don't think I missed a lot. We just dominated, and like Charlie said, it was like a League One game. Baggies are dreadful. But in a local derby, they're always going to be feisty, always going to be hard to, it's going to be a big scrap. And the Albion came for a point, and they got it in the end, and they're treating it like they've won the World Cup. So yeah, I mean, just one. I'm not going to be too down about it because it's another one. It's another point on the board. It's another one unbeaten. It's just disappointing. They were there for taking, but it's not all doom and gloom. So you've got to say we've got a nice long unbeaten run at home now, and we're still in a position we'd all have took back in August.
Yeah.
So yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, and Craig, obviously you're at St Andrews now. You was at St Andrews last Tuesday night for this game. So is it cold there now? I guess freezing.
It's bitter, absolutely bitterly freezing. So at half time, the Bovrils definitely coming. But no, I think it's fair to say we really did do everything that we could on Tuesday to try and score. But that word "try," it was disappointing in one moment. And then you realise that actually, overall, it's still a point gained. So, the Albion shut up shop. There is absolutely no doubt in it should have been a penalty. And if that was in the Premier League with VAR, that was a pen. It's as simple as that. We haven't got it. I'm kind of glad in a way we haven't. However, get to the end of the season, if that's the factor behind us being in playoff position or not, then you're going to be angry. But also, I've got to factor in, we have had so many games in a short space of time that also it was a bit of fatigue, I feel. Perhaps Davies could have swapped things about a bit, like we saw at the weekend, as we'll come on to. But for me, it's not points lost, it's a point gained, and it keeps us on that unbeaten run. And, hey, let's continue that way.
Yeah. I think quick FA Cup draw update. Leeds United have drawn Norwich City at home. And Wrexham have drawn Chelsea at home. And Man City have drawn Newcastle away. So that'll be a good tie as well. We can sit here and say we would have got Norwich at home, but who knows? It would have been a different number, wouldn't we, to Leeds? So it might have been different, but that certainly would have been a winnable tie if we could have got through yesterday, if we would have got Norwich at home. But shoulda, woulda, coulda and all that, innit?
Yep.
Okay, so the Baggies game overall was disappointing not to win, but then we move on to Sunday. Obviously, a real big clash. It had the same feel of Newcastle about it, didn't it, for me? I think the team that we've got now is so much better than what we played Newcastle with last year. No disrespect to any of them players. And I really want to give Craig Gardner and the recruitment team some credit now on the recruitment that we've made in January because, wow, these players that we've signed, I'll go through them. Obviously, Wagner. I thought Panzo had a brilliant debut. John Solis, for me, is a player we've been crying out for years. And for me, I don't think he'd look out of place in the Premier League from what I can see of him so far. He's phenomenal, isn't he? Wins everything. But even when he gets the ball, he carries it well, doesn't he? And he very rarely gives it away. So he's the overall package for me. The closest thing I've ever seen down the Blues to Patrick Vieira, apart from Patrick Vieira. And then also I really like Osman on the left. I know he didn't have his shooting boots on yesterday, but overall I'm talking now since they've been here. Osman's been excellent as well. I like Vicente as well on the right. I thought he played well yesterday. And I thought Priska as well had a good debut as well yesterday. His first full debut. And I thought he had a good game. I thought he put himself about and I thought he gave us a lot more pace up there, didn't it, yesterday? And we were a lot more direct with Priska and Stansfield. And, and I don't want to criticise Dutch because I like Dutch, but he just gives us that more pace. And having Allsop in goal is, for me, yesterday, was the biggest game changer with his distribution. He's passing. He's like Steven Gerrard used to be, isn't he? He's just phenomenal with the ball. So overall, yesterday, I know we didn't get through, but my God, didn't we deserve to, Claire? Well, it was a bit of an injustice, wasn't it? We didn't get robbed or anything, but it was just disappointing that we couldn't quite find that winning goal, in the post twice. it coming out to Fuimoto. Where's he been, by the way? Fuimoto, he can play. Over to you, Claire. Give us your thoughts on yesterday, and we'll go around the room again.
I mean, the atmosphere was a typical St Andrews atmosphere, backs against the wall, underdogs against Premier League team. I think the Wagner situation helps as well. I thought that we lifted it. The players lifted it. If we play like that to the end of the season, we can go places. I said it on BBC WM earlier, you can't fault any of them. The performance, and all we ever want as fans is for your team to put in 110%. If your team puts in 110%, it doesn't matter if you lose 3 or 4-0, as long as you go for it. I thought we played them off the park in the first half. Damari Gray didn't even look like he'd been out for a while. He was brilliant. I've got to admit, Duck doesn't get in the team for me anymore. No. Being brutally honest, I think he's a bit lazy. And yesterday it showed as well. I think sometimes we play with 10 men. I know he can do really good things, but it's the high energy that Stano gives you. It's the winning of the ball in the air that Prisk gives you. And I just think the team looked more balanced yesterday as well. Yeah, so it was more balanced. Solis was brilliant again.
Brilliant.
Clara, a brick at the back.
Yeah.
Like, it literally, you can just say positives. And, like, Allsop, his distribution yesterday.
Off the charts.
I mean, that one, the first one that he did, where Vicente moved and Prisk moved, you're like training ground. Yeah. And the fact is that changed the whole game for us. Just getting it up the pitch, and you knew it was going to go over to the certain player he was hitting the ball to. And it just shows what we can do. It does help that Leeds didn't sit back and put 10 behind the ball. And that is something that we do need to work on. But it also shows how good we can be. And it was just a joy to watch. Technically, we're still unbeaten because we drew 1-1, which I said last week, just saying. But it could have been any score. I mean, their goalkeeper had a worldie. I mean, that save from Stano was world class.
Brilliant, yeah.
But like, to me, they had to bring on their big guns, and it did change when Ampadu came on, and Calvert-Lewin, and these players had to come on because they knew that they were in a game. Yeah. And it was so nice afterwards to hear Farker go, look how good Birmingham City are. They were brilliant. And it's something we can build on, and we've got to build on this. And it shows that to me is our first 11. Obviously, Laird coming in. But like, that is, to me, is our first 11. And from now, you've got to try and get those players out that team. Yeah. So when Paik shouldn't just walk back in, Awata shouldn't walk back in, Duck shouldn't, because I'm going to Norwich on Saturday thinking, if we play like that, we can get a result there. If we go to Millwall, if we play Middlesbrough like that, because Middlesbrough will have to come at us, Millwall will come at us. So hopefully it will show how good we are. But I was so proud of them, each and every one of them. And you could tell by the 120 minutes, so they're on the last legs. I'm hoping there's no injuries, but we were brilliant. And I just think, Prisk up there just gives you something extra. Those 4 up top and bringing Roberts on. And yes, I would drop Duck, just answering someone there. I think Duck should be an impact.
Sorry to interrupt. What about Beadle? Would you put Beadle back in, or would you stick with
No, I would keep Allsop. I know Beadle's had a good run, but I do think away from home, maybe, I think the accuracy helps. But to me, I'd have Duck as an impact player. Yeah. Because I think, especially away from home, you need to have somebody running. You need to be running. You can't have, I've heard him being called a luxury player. Yeah. But I think like Panzo, like, how good is he?
He was excellent, wasn't he?
Like, the fact he's left-footed, that helped as well. And Wagner, well, at the moment, he could be getting player of the season, and we've only had him for a few weeks. Because he is one of the best left-backs I've seen down Blues. But really pleased with them. We might have lost some penalties, but to me, we're still unbeaten, because penalties is penalties. In 90 minutes, we've extended our beaten run at home.
Yeah, I mean, this certainly in forward areas, it's scary. It's almost like an embarrassment of riches that we've got, especially on the flanks. as well, and in midfield when Pake's back as well. I'd seriously consider going 4-3-3 and playing Solis with Pake and Doyle in front of him. You could do that as well. That could work.
I think Doyle had a great game.
He was brilliant. He's too good not to
really
play.
was.
He's one of them that's just too good not to play. But anyway, good evening, Mark Meredith, mate, all the way from Dallas. Just joined us.
Sorry, I was trying to get on this new system for about three days now.
I thought they'd only have that. I thought they only had problems with technology in Coventry, mate. To be honest,
I thought we were still on. I thought we were still on Zoom.
No, we've got
Zoom's the old time. Who's is that Rodney Trotter there at the stadium?
Well, we got 9 minutes till kickoff, Craig. So I can see the disco lights are going. So yeah, give us your thoughts on yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only thing I would say is yesterday was just who was the Premiership side? That's my question across all of it.
Yeah,
it was. They were phenomenal. They stood out. Doyle was, for me, just brilliant in midfield. But Solis, you've already said it, what a workhorse. I mean, what a finding he's. I mean, let's just get those minutes over the line so we can sign him permanently. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. We need to sign him. We need to. There'll be some scouts watching him, I tell you, and they'll be after him. So we definitely need to secure his services on a permanent basis, don't we? Because if he goes out that team, we're not the same, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think the thing is with him, he could play himself into any side, couldn't he? I mean, arguably he could stand out in anybody's midfield. Yeah. The best part for me was just he didn't stop. And he didn't want to come off at the end either. And that was the thing, someone showing that passion.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, should we let you go now, Craig? Do you want to get going now so you can start watching the girls coming out and clapping them and stuff?
Well, we've got the ladies going kicking off shortly. So we've had all the lights show again as normal.
Yeah.
We've got a bit of pyros in a minute as they come out onto the pitch, but it's going to be a tough game tonight for Amy and the team against a pretty decent team in Crystal Palace who coming to us just a few points behind. So we need to get a win tonight, though, to get us back on track. We're 8 points behind top now. And albeit a game in hand, but we don't want to be in that position where we're stuck in that for much longer. So hopefully 3 points over the line tonight. Tough game. And what I'll do is I'll dip in and out for out, speak to everybody at half time, give you an update, but I'll keep you posted on how things are going.
Okay, mate. Nice one, Craig.
Speak to you all soon.
Enjoy the game, mate.
Cheers, fella. Bye-bye.
See you, bud.
See you later. I'm sitting here now thinking, in hindsight, if we'd have had this squad we've got now at the start of the season, we'd be probably knocking on the door for, I think we'd definitely be in the top 6. Do we all agree?
Agreed, yeah.
Yeah, and maybe even knocking on the door for the top 2 with the way they've slipped up as well lately, especially Coventry. But it's, it is what it is, isn't it? We've got the squad that we've got now, and I'm really excited about the rest of the season. Mark Meredith, what do you think, mate?
Yeah, for sure. I think going back to the game, I thought really proud of every one of them. Really good performance. I suppose I wouldn't say frustrated, but a little bit like, there was chances there to win the game, wasn't there? Like, and you look back at it, I think Osman, the main culprit in that, he had 3 or 4 where he's tried to bend it into that top corner.
Yeah.
When there may have been better options. But again, without, not saying anything bad about them, I thought the performance was amazing. I agree with what Craig said. I thought you couldn't tell who the Premier League team was on the day.
No.
And, it's a big boost. Now what we got to do is we got to get some consistency in there, haven't we? Because, the last, 7-8 games we've been getting better and better. What we don't want to do is fall back into the trap of we had the 7 games before. So hopefully now with the consistency and the squad that we have, we can get everybody else fit. I know Laird was back on the training ground this week as well, which Blair will be happy about. And, I just think that they're gonna start fighting for positions now, aren't they? And, I would say that it was a really good 11 on probably one of our best 11s on Sunday, but there is players on the outside that could easily get themselves in there as well. So it'll be interesting to see his little selection headache going into the next couple of games.
Yeah. Now, I for one, I noticed, I don't know who it was earlier now, I can't remember the person's name, but someone commented earlier that Allsop has to start, and I couldn't agree more. I honestly think that there's more relaxation in the stadium amongst the fans, and also the defence look a lot more relaxed with Allsop in goal as opposed to Beadle. That's just my opinion. I don't know if everyone agrees or disagrees. Do you feel more relaxed watching the Blues with Allsop in goal than you do with Beadle?
Yeah, I think we've all got confidence in Allsop, haven't we? He's proven. Getting the Golden Gloves last year as well helped. But I don't know. I think you know what? he sees something in Beadle, doesn't he? So
And I'm not
you've got,
saying, Tally, I'm not saying Beadle's never going to be any good. I'm just saying right here, right now, if we was playing a game tomorrow, you know, we've got Allsop there, who's the finished article, if you like. He's as good as he's ever going to be.
yeah.
So he needs to start over Beadle for me, personally. That's just my opinion. I've been saying it all season.
Yeah, his distribution's just like it's Premier League level, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, you know, someone like Osman, he never really saw it in the second half as such when Osman come on, but them long balls, what he was doing every game last season, Osman will get onto them all day long, take them down, and you'll get a lot of goals from that. So
yeah.
Go on, sorry.
I was going to say, I know Beadle's a good shot stopper, but I don't think Allsop's any worse. If I'm honest, I can't recall Allsop letting one go through him like Beadle did at Southampton or, you know, the 2 against Coventry. I'm not saying, you know, I just think that Allsop, I don't think there's anything about Allsop that's worse than Beadle, do you?
No, I don't. He doesn't give you anything extra. You don't say to yourself, well, you know, we've got to drop Allsop because Beadle's better at this.
No.
I think he tops him in all, you know, in all angles. I do. But,
Yeah. Absolutely. Totally agree. What do you think, Claire?
I think it's a tough one, really, because I think if they're trying to, like, try before you buy, isn't it? I think he's a young goalkeeper, and goalkeepers normally, you know, they get better with age, don't they? I know Allsop has done some mistakes, so has Beadle, but I just think that it's the distribution that just makes Allsop better. I think it just shows that, you know, whenever we've had Allsop in goal, the distribution's just so different, and when you've got the pace up front like we've got now with Gray, Osman, Vicente, and if he's got someone to aim at as well, so if Prisky's up top, you've got someone to head of the ball, and I just think I think Beadle's got better with it, but I think that will come with age. But again, Allsop is still our player as well, and Beadle's on loan. So who do you go with? Who's someone who, you know, are we trying to help another club if we don't buy him? Then fair play to Allsop because he hasn't played for ages and he pulled out performance. So, because, you know, it's not like the Leeds goal he would have saved either because, I mean, he hit that, didn't he? I don't think Beadle would have saved it or any goalkeeper. So I think it's just difficult, really. I mean, Chris Davis is the one who picks the team at the end of the day, but I think if I was Allsop, I'd be a bit upset if after I played really, really well to then be dropped again. But
Yeah, I would start exactly the same team at Norwich on Saturday. I think that every single one of them deserves it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Robe, give us your thoughts.
I think, well, no, the debate should be over now. That should be it. I mean, it's got to be Allsop and goal as number one. I don't think anyone came out of that game thinking, Beadle will be back next game because Allsop was, well, he started a lot of the attacks, didn't he? He's distributing us at some point. But yeah, I mean, overall, what a throwback to an old sort of style FA Cup game. It was nice to two packed ends beyond the goal. We had no names on our shirts. It was a proper old school. I absolutely loved it. Mm-hmm. Every single one of them came out with credit because they gave their all. Absolutely gave their all. And yeah, I mean, like I say, when they got the drinks breaks and everything, Leeds had were on the sea and our lads were just on the floor. They're giving their all. Yeah, so we play it half that well in the league. We'll smash it to top six. I'm sure that. When we're on that sort of form, we look the best team in the division when we play like that. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting end to the season now, the next 2 months, and there's absolutely nothing to be scared of.
No.
Yeah.
No,
not at all. No, it's
just over here and comes back to enjoy it.
I don't know if it's worth saying to Robe to jump off and on again, Chris, just to see if he gets any more joy. He's usually switch it off and on again, and it works. I'm hoping Tim Andrews will be with us shortly. So
I've got to jump in. Did you see the comment about Jeremy Clarkson being at the women's game? Did you see that pop off?
I did.
Craig's face was there.
yeah, brilliant.
We have had a shout out from David Taylor as well. I don't know whether you saw it. It says, give us a shout out, time for a little walk. Tomorrow afternoon, David Taylor will be leading a group of veterans and volunteers from veteran support groups, along with BCFC Armed Forces Foundation, led Tony Watts. Tony Watts, I can't read. I will be there to represent the Homer Aerospace Veterans Network, for who I'm co-chair of. We'll be setting off from St Andrew's car park, walking to Edgbaston Stadium, then onto Memorial Hall at Centenary Square, then to the Justice for 21 Tree Memorial, and then finally back to St Andrews. The walk is to raise awareness of both the BCFC Armed Forces Foundation and the Helmet Veterans Network. Plus, we hope to forge friendships, have a good natter, and build stronger links between all involved. Lest we forget, keep right on. Good luck, Dave.
Good luck, Dave. That's fantastic.
Good luck, Dave.
Ladies and gents, I'm delighted to say that we're now joined by Mr. Hollywood Monster himself, Mr. Tim Andrews.
Evening, guys.
How are you, mate? You all right?
Yeah, good, yeah. Not too bad.
Good. So we purposely haven't talked much about the banner. Obviously, we were going to wait for you to join us. Yesterday's banner was out of this world. Was you pleased with how it all went?
Yeah, there was a lot going on behind this, actually. About an hour before the game, we didn't think it was going to be able to go ahead, believe it or not.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because the banner was actually, the banner wasn't bigger than what we thought, but the club thought the banner was going to be small. Anyway, we managed to get it over the line, but it was a bit touch and go at one point.
Yeah, well, when I bumped into you, it looked like you'd had a bit of a shift behind you when I saw you.
Yeah, well, that wasn't even making it. That was just the install. So obviously the whole project, bearing in mind, I think it was Tuesday I said that we would do it. Little did I know what I was putting myself up for, but
it's always the way.
Yeah, and then anyway, we had a design done. We started printing, or we printed most of it actually. Then the club said they wanted it doing in a slightly different way. They didn't like the way that Tom looked on it, and so we reprinted it. So we printed 2 for 1 really, but in the end, we got it over the line. And you know what? I was really pleased with it. It looked awesome. It had a lot bigger impact than it would have done if it had been the small banner that they wanted originally. It looked wicked. I've seen it on pretty much every channel of social media.
Yeah,
I saw it on the telly as well. It was brilliant. It looked really good. Really good.
Yeah.
So really happy.
Yeah. And full credit to you, obviously, for doing that, mate. Obviously, at short notice as well. And also, as well, I think I'm right in saying that a lot of money's gone to charity as well, hasn't it? All the money for it went to charity, didn't it?
Yeah, all the money, because we can't take money for something like that. And we don't dream of doing either. But the last I heard, because it wasn't a GoFundMe account, so you can't actually see it, but apparently there's about $4,000. And I'm sure that's gone up since, because they're obviously broadcasting, the Spurs Club are broadcasting during the game, at the game. We broadcast as well on our social channels to promote it. It was announced on the Radio WM as well in the day. Yeah, so I imagine there's got to be $5,000 plus raised for it. So, and I said to the lads, it'd be nice perhaps to donate that money locally into stroke charities locally. Really does help Brummies themselves rather than it going nationally. But I'm not sure where they're at with that. So that's the official supporters club that are in control of that. So we know how much the final total was, and where it's going to, which I'm sure in time they will.
Yeah, brilliant. And give us your thoughts on the game itself.
Well, unfortunately, I didn't actually see much of it. And the reason being is because we were packing away. And you know what? All I wanted to do was sit down afterwards. It was so tense on the morning, making sure that it worked. Because it's not just a mean feat. Putting a banner across people's heads. You've got kids, you've got women, you've got people with cigarette lights, all kind of things that could potentially go wrong.
Yeah.
So we were, I was very nervous, as you should be with something like this. And I just wanted to make sure that it looked good, and make sure that we did Tom proud.
Yeah, and you certainly did.
Yeah, I actually didn't see much of the game, in truth. I saw a little bit of the first half, but only a little bit. So I was sat in the car park for 20 minutes, because we had to get the vans out before the road was closed.
Okay.
So I got back to the Masons in Solihull and watched the rest, all the extra time and the penalties.
Good choice of bar as well there.
Yeah, it's the first time I've seen the football in there, and it was actually really good. It was a really good atmosphere as well. Yeah,
I was in there a couple of weeks ago doing exactly the same thing. So yeah, good shout. Nice points in there as well.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
From when I was a kid.
Yeah, so we've also asked you to do a 1 to 11, haven't we, Tim? Have you done that? Yeah, you picked your all-time lifetime 11.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I started going down the Blues in the early 90s properly. I went when I was a kid, but in truth, I can't remember. I mean, Archie Gemmell was one name that I do remember. But I think in terms of mine 11, where I say sort of modern 11, I think in goal it's got to be Joe Hart.
Okay, yeah.
Left back, I think Martin Granger. Albeit what I've seen of Wagner so far, he's got to be perhaps ask this in 12 months' time. He looks like he could be in with a good shout. Dennis, I couldn't remember. Couldn't really decide between the two really. I think as a partnership, defence, Roger Johnson and Scott Dan. You see, we did very well with those two at the back, and then of course Stephen Carr at right back. And then middle, I would say Jude Bellingham, Seb Larson on the right. And on the left, I'm not sure I'm choosing this for football reasons, but for Birmingham City reasons, Alex Govan, the scripter of Keep Right On. Best tune in football. And then up front, Trent Francis, Christophe Dugarry, Mikhail Fassal. Those are mine, anyhow. But don't talk to me about tactics.
Captain? Stephen Carr, captain?
Yes, definitely, yeah.
A manager?
Actually, do you know what? I didn't think of choosing the manager. I think it's got to be, because I've got a lot of time for him, Barry Fry.
Oh, brilliant chat, yeah. Some great times, weren't there, when he was the manager?
Yeah.
And that's one of our best ever shows that we've done here as well with him. When, going back a couple of years now, he joined us, and it was just a legendary episode, wasn't it, Chris?
I mean, Barry Fry is a kind soul as well. He's a really nice guy. Gary Rowett, I got to know Gary as well quite well, and he's a really lovely guy. As is John Justice, actually. Yeah. But I think Barry Fry brought us more entertainment in the time that he was here. So that's why I'm going for Bazza.
Yeah, great shout. Yeah, and do catch up on that, viewers, if you haven't seen that episode of Barry Fry. Just put into YouTube Tilton Talk Show Barry Fry, and it'll be the quickest hour of your life. I think you did a special, didn't you? You did a 1 hour.
Yeah, I did a few clips as well. It took me, I think, probably 3.5 hours to clip out all the naughty words.
In that case, there was only 10 minutes left, wasn't there?
There was only 10 minutes left, yeah.
So, Mark Meredith, your opinion, mate, on... I presume you obviously know Tim, don't you, from old as well, I guess, from when you was at the Blues?
Less of the old, but yeah, I do know him, right, Tim?
How are you keeping?
I'm good. How are you, buddy?
Yeah, good, thank you. Yeah, not bad.
Yeah,
I am a bit tired today, though, I have to say.
I can imagine. That banner was about 3 times as big as you, wasn't it, when I was leaning it on the floor? I said the banner was about 3 times as big as you, wasn't it?
Only 3 times bigger than me.
Yeah.
I wasn't actually due to be back. I was supposed to be away in Southampton, and literally the night before, I had a call from the club saying, I don't know how we're going to get this up because this is too big. So I travelled back through the night, back to bed. So I hardly slept on Saturday night. So I had to come back to sort of lead proceedings on Sunday morning. So the weekend was turned upside down for me, really.
And tell us a bit about Hollywood Monstor as well, Tim, and how it all started, because I remember the signs back in the day.
Well, so my dad was made redundant from his employment. It was the business that is now known as Prologis Development. My dad was responsible and in charge for all the construction side of the business, and my dad said to me, what shall I do? And I said, well, why don't you start it with me? Because I always wanted to start my own business up. Anyway, we called it Hollywood Signs. My very first sales call, which brings me back to the Blues, my very first sales call was to the Blues in 1991. And I seem to remember it being close season 1991. And at the time, we were in between managers. And I think it was 91, it may be 92.
I think we're having a few problems with Tim, with your sound, Tim. I don't know what it's going in and out. So
no, it's still there, but it's just sound's gone.
Yeah, his sound's gone. Yeah.
But yeah, Mark Meredith, your thoughts on obviously our sort of strongest 11 and what team you go with at Norwich now? Like I said earlier, I've got no problem whether Osman or Gray starts on the left or whether Vicente or Robert starts on the right of you.
No, I haven't. Honestly, it'd be easy to keep the same 11. I think if there's any changes, he'd probably bring, if a Waters fit, he'd probably bring him back at right back for Samuel. I thought Samuel had a really good game.
Yeah.
And I do think that he'll bring Beadle back. I think that I just sense that that'll be his league goalkeeper. Got a lot of trust in him as the manager. But again, my opinion, I thought Allsop was great, and I wouldn't have any argument with Allsop being still in the goal. But I just got a feeling that Beadle might be back and probably a Water. And then everybody else, I think, will stay the same.
Yeah, I think the partnership of Solis and Doyle is outstanding, isn't it? They really do complement each other really well.
Really good midfield, yeah. Solis coming in has changed a lot in there. It's given some freedom to our more creative players, and Doyle being one of them, so he can get on the ball now and play. And Solis, man, he's a man mountain, and he just runs and.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, during our President's Day sale, take 50% off our limited edition bed. Plus, free home delivery with any bed and base. Ends Monday. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
ClickUp just solved AI's biggest problem, and it's saving 4 million teams from productivity loss every day. Unlike ChatGPT and other AI tools, ClickUp converges all your work into one platform, so your AI super agents have full context to prioritize tasks, execute workflows, and draft documents instantly. Teams using ClickUp finish work 30% faster and cut meetings in half. Try ClickUp for free today and get 15% off AI upgrades at clickup.com/podcast. That's CLICKUP.com/podcast.
Another check on Doy, any?
I said, is everything Check and Doy should have been?
Yeah, seriously.
I said before you came on, Mark, that he's the closest thing I've seen in a blue shirt to Patrick Vieira.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's something that we've been crying out for as well, isn't it, for so many years now?
Yeah.
Midfielder like that's actually going to do all of that work and then let the ball players, play with the ball like we want them to.
Yeah.
So, I know I'd like your shout about when Paik is back. And to be fair, I don't think we'll probably see Paik for a while now if it's a dislocation again. But when he is back, put the 3 of them in there.
Yeah.
That way with not having the 10 and just having Paik and Doyle play with the ball a little bit. I think that would work.
Yeah, well, you can set your 2 8s free then, can't you, to go box to box?
Yeah.
Most of the best teams do it, don't they? Arsenal play like it, Man City play like it. You got your 2 8s, bomb and forward. And obviously they have to work back as well. But I think Paik and Doyle with Solis behind them would have a great time out there, wouldn't they?
Yeah, I just think it's going to be so hard to keep Doyle, isn't it, next year? Especially maybe if we got through the playoffs and went up, you got a little bit of a chance to maybe bring him in there. But I think if he stay in the Championship, I think he's either going back to Wolves or he's going to go somewhere else.
Yeah, definitely. Tim, you back now? Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah, so carry on, mate. Sorry about that. So you were telling us about... Yeah.
Yeah, so in 91, I made my very first sales call to Birmingham. And the commercial director at the time was a guy called Bill Caldwell. And he was actually the interim first team coach as well at the time, believe it or not. Yeah, well, he was even worse because on the day I phoned up the main switchboard, he answered the phone as well, so he was also receptionist that day. And I went to meet with him to see if there's any opportunities, and he says, yeah. So we had our very, very first 3 orders, and then told him how much it'd be. He said, well, we ain't got no money. I said, how does that work then? Anyway, we agreed to do the signs for him in return for some match tickets in the Wiseman suite on the old main stand. And that was our very first beginning and our involvement. And slowly but surely, as each year went past, we got more and more involved in Birmingham.
Brilliant.
And I suppose we bought boxes. We were sort of a corporate supporter more so. And then in the WSL with the ladies team, I got involved. We were the main sponsor for the ladies team. And then, of course, I took over as CEO for 12, 18 months, which was an amazing experience for me. I loved every single minute of it. I look back now with quite a little bit of sadness, really, that I didn't sort of stick it out. But at the time I was with the Chinese, and it was just, if I'm honest with you, it was quite dreadful. And they were just it just wasn't invested in the club at all, and it was me that was getting it in the neck, but I look back and think, wow, just imagine being CEO underneath this new ownership. It would be amazing. Great memories though.
Yeah, no, it's something you must be very proud of when you see especially yesterday, obviously seeing that banner when you could see how well it all worked and how wonderful it looked. It must have made you feel quite proud as well.
Yeah, really proud. It's a different pride, I think, to at Wembley, which was my last game in charge with the ladies, FA Cup final against Man City. That was really, I was beaming with pride that day. Bearing in mind taking your football club to Wembley, Royal Box. It was quite a phenomenal experience. But yeah, yesterday was great. It was nerve wracking. It was tense. I'd got everything crossed. My family got everything crossed for me because they knew what we were up against. But we pulled it off, and it was good. It was, and to see all the comments, all the Twitter, the Instagram. I mean, just on Twitter alone, I think we had nearly 500,000 views on which was just phenomenal. And that's without seeing on the Instagram, because of course it's a lot harder to see the insights on that. But I bet you're not far short with everything that's all added up. I bet you're not far short of about 500,000 hits. So it just shows where the club's come with the American owners and their reach and their social media, sort of the buzz that they've created. It is something phenomenal, which I never thought I'd see in my lifetime.
No, it is kind of pinching yourself. I mean, just watching the quality of play we've got out there now, it really is breathtaking. I'm sitting there thinking, am I in the right stadium here or what? It's we're only going to
come a long way. We've come a long way in a very short space of time, and of course that's because of our friend Tom Wagner.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just jumping on that, Tim. We obviously watching it here in the States, so ESPN was doing a big thing on it. They made sure they showed it on the cameras as well, the flag and stuff. So one, great work. I thought it was amazing, and two, it got recognised over here as well. So that's great.
Yeah, that's good to hear. That's really good to hear. Fantastic.
Brilliant. I think a lot of people have changed their wallpapers to it as well and things like that.
We've got one going spare if anybody wants it. They got a house big enough.
Oh dear, Rob, you can hear me now. He's frozen now.
Oh, he needs to get there. Yeah.
Look, that's a death stare, is that?
Tim, what's the best flag you've ever made? It doesn't have to be the Blues. But what's like the best one you've ever done?
Right, so there's a few actually that are quite memorable for me. Real Madrid, we did one from Real Madrid. That was pretty cool. Wow. The Blues won at Wembley. Let's not talk about the game, but the fact that it was at Wembley was pretty cool.
Was that last year, Tim? Last year's game at Wembley? Yeah.
City on the rise again. And then, remember Cisse? Remember him having...
the flag.
Quite a memorable one. Yeah, we did that big flag. What else? We did the very first TIFO at Villa. Perhaps we shouldn't talk about that on here, but that was quite memorable. It was quite a sort of a logistical feat because we were above 20,000 live people working on ropes. That was quite cool. Forget the football team, but the actual job itself was quite cool.
Yeah, was that the Ozzy Osbourne one, Tim?
No, it was the Lion, the Roar of the Lion.
Champions League one, wasn't it?
The very first one it was that they'd done. So we put all the system in to allow to do it, But I think, and we've done quite a few of like the Carabao Cup, that kind of stuff at Wembley.
Yeah.
I'm talking more local, and then obviously Real Madrid not being local, but quite monumental in the game of football.
Yeah. No, excellent. And when you formed, Hollywood Signs as it was when you originally sort of launched the business, what year was that? Was that around the same time as when you rang the Blues?
91 we started.
Yeah.
And then in 2002 we merged. I had a digital printing company. We merged the two together to make Hollywood Monstor. And we did that because of trading the environment at the time. We'd gone through 2009, sorry, not 2003, 2009, on the back of the financial crash. We merged the two companies together, and we thought it was the right thing to do, and it turned out it was. But we then moved to Tyseley. We were in Acock's Green before, so we're still a Birmingham-based business, albeit we're the UK.
Yeah, and you did the new signs at the BP Pulse as well, did you, at the NEC as well, when that changed?
Yeah. I'll tell you another one that we did that's quite memorable. When Villa were in I think it was the FA Cup. It was the FA Cup final. They lost to Arsenal. Was it FA Cup?
Yeah, I enjoyed that one. 4-0. 4-0 to Arsenal, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. The banner that we did was celebrating Villa won, so that was quite a good one. The fact that we printed their winning banner. Obviously, they didn't use it. So that was quite a memorable one as well.
Yeah, I bet, yeah. So Claire, obviously now your thoughts on the squad and the rest of the season, and are you as excited as me about this squad, and are you confident that we can possibly finish in the playoffs? I don't think it's the end of the world if we don't this season, but I think we'd certainly stand up a lot better now with a more of a chance than what we did before January, don't we? I think Watford away was the straw that broke the camel's back, wasn't it, for me?
Yeah, I think, Craig Gardner, he has had a stick with some of the signings in the summer. But I do think that they've listened, and I think that they've really thought about who they've signed this time. I think that, the pedigree of players that we've signed have been really good. The fact that, Solis is here and we could sign him on a permanent makes a massive difference as well. To me, the Millwall and Norwich games are very, very, very important. We've beaten the bottom two away. Now it's being able to have the test of a Norwich team that at the moment have found form, and Millwall who are all of a sudden vying for the title. And you can't say that they're not, because I think they're only 4 points off Coventry now. And then we've got Middlesbrough at home as well.
Yeah.
So they're three really tough games. If we get 4 points from the next two away games, I'd be ecstatic. And I think that will kind of prove where we are. I think Davis now needs to do it on performance and form. I think with injuries, obviously, there's going to be more injuries, and we've got, Watter was out and things like that. But to me, if a player plays well when they're not in, they've earned their place. And I think it's about earning the places. It's not anyone just the set team that we've had. But I do think that even the bench looks better. I mean, we had a few kids on Sunday, but that's because we have got injuries, and we were allowed 9 subs because of the FA Cup. But like Benteke came on and it's all right. I rated him when we went to the pre-season in Portugal. I thought he was actually a really good player. But yeah, I can see us. Again, it just depends. I generally think, ask me after the Millwall and Norwich game, and I'll be able to tell you if we're going to do playoffs or not.
Yeah.
Because I think that there's two such big games away from home that that will tell, because hopefully our away form picks up. And if our away form and home form carry on the way they have been, why not?
Now, we haven't mentioned how the Penguin kit looked yesterday yet, and I thought it looked incredible. I think it's too good not to be a kit for more games. I know we can't play it in the league this season, but it'd be lovely if we made it next season's home shirt, wouldn't it? I think.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
What?
Looked classy.
Just looked class, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It oozed class. It oozed history as well, I think. Like, I was obviously around in a lot of the times that they've worn it. But you had people by us being like, "Oh, remember when Trevor Francis wore that?" And it brought back memories for a lot of people, which was really nice to see. But it looked classic. It looked like historical. It just had that feel, and I don't know whether that helps spur everybody on, to be honest.
Possibly, yeah. Tim, tell us about your first Blues game. So say you remember your first Blues game?
Well, my very first one as a child. No, I can't remember. My pal used to get me in with his dad. His dad was one of the police down there, and used to get pushed underneath the turnstile and go and sit in. And then we're in the days of Trevor Francis and Keith Birchin and all those players. But I really can't remember. I remember Sunderland being one of the games and West Brom another one.
Yeah.
But I really can't remember my first game. I tell you what, my first games that I do remember sort of as a corporate was, we were winning, I think, 3-0 against Glenn Hoddle's.
Swindon.
Yeah.
One at half time, huh?
And that was and he came on at half time and literally turned the game up on its head. That was the game I do remember. I'm quite dreadful with remembering, the earlier games in truth. But Sunderland was definitely one. I know that because I got a load of autographs standing waiting for the players afterwards.
Oh, brilliant.
But a long time ago when I was a kid.
Chris, we got some good comments coming in on the shout box or questions. Any questions for Tim?
Well, it's been absolute. There was a lot of compliments earlier on the flag. To be honest, there's quite a few on that, but there's been hundreds and hundreds of comments. I haven't been able to keep up with them, but a couple of funny ones. Mark Meredith looked like he's just got been dragged out of bed. Wakey robe. I don't know what's happened to him. Look at his face. Just
He's not still there frozen, is it?
Yeah, he's on
it won't go off at all. It won't go off at all, yeah. Regarding the kit, I think leave the kit for yesterday's game and for the playoff final. Let's keep it iconic.
Playoff final, yeah, that'd be nice.
And actually for when we get back to the Premier League.
Yeah. I thought it was just fantastic. It was.
The ladies are one down.
They are indeed, and I hate to say it, but it's been coming. It's been very, very tight. But Crystal Palace just seem to have the edge at the moment. They're on very much on the front foot, getting a few opportunities, but nothing major. At the moment, I can just imagine Amy taking these girls in at half time and giving them an absolute rocketing. So we'll see how things progress. But sloppy goal to concede, and hopefully we can get it back on track.
And our old viewers, our viewers that have been watching from the start, might recognise that bloke sitting behind you as well, Craig.
Indeed, it is. Yes.
Yeah. I remember him.
Harold.
Harold. Give my regards, Craig.
I will indeed, and I'll join you again as we get to half time. But hopefully, we'll be on equal par by the time we get along. So, Blues have just got a free kick about 40 yards out at the moment. So. Hopefully we can make some of this.
Craig, Chris Pugh looks really, really happy as well, by the way.
do you want me to pass it on to him, yeah?
Yeah, pass it on to him. Yeah.
I'll pass it on.
Yeah.
Time's flying, isn't it? 7:30. So do you want to do Craig? Any more to report, Craig, from the ground? Sorry, I know you've just.
No, we just obviously the people have built up quite a bit actually since we last spoke. So there's a fair few more in here, but like I say, it's been a very tight game. The only thing that I would say is that Palace just seem to have the edge at the moment. They seem to be just a little bit a step ahead. For me, there's been a few changes to the Blues side which have just upset, I think, the balance a little bit. We'll see what happens as we get to half time, which is when Amy will no doubt make some changes, but. Palace way more physical, way more in it at this present moment, and unless they wake up, we're going to come away from here with no points, unfortunately. But hopefully, that's not the case.
Cheers for that, Craig. Hopefully, we'll hear again from Craig Kamara before the show ends.
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll go, have they? And then you'll be fine.
Oh, please do.
We'll see. I'll try something for you.
Oh, brilliant.
Right, now we're going to have the who. Right, here we go.
What we do now, Tim, we play someone talking and we've got to try and guess who the player is talking now.
Okay,
so here we go. It's about 30 seconds of this. So
he was a good coach, good man manager. And he introduced that. And, and a lot of teams carried on introducing it. But then it's gone further and further down there. And to be honest with you, I listen to these pundits and people on the television. Well, they may as well be speaking Japanese. I did. Yes, you're quite. You know what? I thought about that today, actually. And I remember playing up, was it Sunderland, I think, against one of the tall. What was his name now? Must have been one of the tallest centre halves. And they play me 5 foot shite.
I think some of us remember that interview. Yeah.
On the show, was that on the show? Was it that?
It was on the show, yeah.
Who is it, Arrow? Who is it?
It was Malcolm Page, yeah.
You need your camera a bit further away from you, Rob. I'm almost up your nostrils here.
How's that?
That's better.
There we go. So it all worked. There you go. Brilliant.
Excellent,
fantastic.
Okay.
Thank you everybody for having a go. Chris Rowe actually got it right. Malcolm Page.
Well done, Chris, yeah. Also, I see a few Leeds fans had some issues yesterday getting into the stadium, didn't they? And missed the first sort of 15, 20 minutes of the game. Anyone see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
No, but did they turn up on time?
No, that's the other thing. They came for like 10 minutes before kick-off.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think it was
pretty silly, really, a game like that.
Yeah, I do want to say respect to them though for applauding when we were doing our reports with Tom Wagner and everything, they really did respect that, didn't they?
Yeah.
So yeah, fair play to them for that. And I think they knew that they come after that game. They knew they'd been in a game, hadn't they?
Yeah, just like you.
Look though, with all the fans.
Say again?
How good did that stand look as well? The fans.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, without segregation, it looks amazing, didn't it? It'd be good to get that back like that all the time, and maybe put the away fans, I don't know, maybe in the lower main stand or something.
Yeah, Philip.
My son said exactly the same when I come through the door.
Yeah,
he said, that looked brilliant with all blues. That would.
Yeah.
I think it's to do with the logistics for the away fans, the coaches, isn't it?
Oh, there's got to be a way. There's got to be a way.
Yeah, I think it is segregation, isn't it?
It's segregation. Yeah, it's too much hassle, isn't it?
Yeah.
And do you want away fans on the main stand right close to the pitch, all the way along the pitch as well?
That's the thing, isn't it? And then they'll also be behind the main stand as well, then, won't they? In that sort of area.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd stick him up where Ray Hobro is. With him.
Yeah. Any updates on the sports quarter? I know Tom's obviously, what's happened to Tom has happened to Tom at the moment, but has there been any other updates? Do we know any ideas when work is due to start? Because I presume, obviously, the likes of Nick Smith are still working away, doing his thing, any that he does to get it going and stuff. Has anyone heard any more? Anyone heard any more since?
No, I haven't. I know it's full steam ahead behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I do know that. I haven't heard anything to the contrary, and I think Nick Smith, I haven't heard from Nick actually for a while. He's head down. That's his project now. That's one hell of a project. I mean, I think they've been a bit optimistic, the timescales that they're quoting, but everything they've done has been breakneck speed, hasn't it? So
yeah. I think what's happened to Tom is probably, in a way, talking longer term, it might just give him that more spring in his step now, mightn't it? He couldn't have had any more spring in his step anyway, but if he has got any sort of more spring in his step, he's going to be more sort of like, he's going to be even more eager now, isn't he, to get it all done, I think, after what's happened to him. Do you?
I don't think he could have been any more eager, to be fair. I think he's been 100 mile an hour, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Who knows, whether all his efforts he's been putting backwards and forwards in aeroplanes and stuff to come back over to the UK, and, it's all pressure, isn't it? Maybe he will slow down. Maybe you have to slow down.
Yeah.
Let's just, fingers crossed, he makes a full recovery, and, he can make those choices then, can't he?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. He's going to get a hell of a reception, isn't he, when he's back at St Andrews?
Oh, isn't he just? Isn't he just?
Yeah, absolutely. Tally, obviously your team, what would be your team on Saturday?
I think definitely I'd be looking at Jonathan Panko. I think he's Panzo, sorry. He's a great replacement. He's what you need on the left-hand side. It gives Clara his actual position back.
Yeah,
which we all saw on Sunday. He had a brilliant game. So I think it makes a difference when he plays on the right. So I think that's the only change I'd make. Obviously, we're forced with the Tommy Doyle one, but other than that, I'd keep it as it is.
So you keep Osman on the left and Beadle in goal, and you Watt
I would, yeah. I would, yeah. Yeah, I would.
And what about on the right? Because I think Robert started, didn't he, against the Baggies? Didn't he, if memory serves? Robert started down the right against the Baggies, and Vicente started yesterday, didn't he?
He did, yeah. I think, I don't know, because who's more of an impact player out of the two?
Well, yesterday was Roberts, wasn't it? Roberts, yeah, obviously he came on and got the equaliser.
I think I'd go with, for experience, I'd go with Roberts starting against Norwich, and then second half bring on a bit of injection of speed with Vicente. Yeah,
my daughter called that, by the way. As soon as the corner went down for the equaliser yesterday, she said, "This is it now. We're going to equalise." I said, "Are you calling it?" And she went, "Yeah." Yeah.
Well, I predicted penalties, didn't I?
Yeah. Yeah,
1-1 penalties.
Yeah. So we've got the Super 3, haven't we, with Craig as well? When he jumps back on, we'll bring that up again. But what we're doing there, Tim, is we're just guessing 3 scores of 3 teams and then building points up over like time, a bit like Super 6, but with 3 games instead of 6.
2-0 now. 2-0 to Palace now.
Oh, is it?
Oh dear. I'll get him back on then, shall I?
Let's get an update from him.
Our very own Jeremy Clarkson.
Yeah.
And we're going live with Rodney Trotter at St Andrews. There he is.
Here he is.
Here he is. I hate to say this, but 2-0 down with, again, some really sloppy defending. They just need to wake up big time. These changes that have been made just aren't working.
If your team isn't using ClickUp, you're wasting time, and data proves it. 61% of knowledge workers manage work more than doing it, switching apps 1,000 times a day. That's work sprawl and costs millions. ClickUp replaces 20 apps with Convergence, uniting projects, docs, and chats, while AI super agents handle the busy work. Join 4 million teams using ClickUp to finish work 30% faster. Try it free and get 15% off AI upgrades at clickup.com/podcast. That's CLICKUP.com/podcast.
At the moment, every time Palace come forwards, I look as though they're going to score, which is really frustrating. It's totally the opposite to what we've seen from Amy's teams in the past. So it's just as we're on the attack here now. But I thought it was a penalty, but unfortunately, no, went down too easy.
Who's changed then, Craig? Like, what's going on? Like, who has she replaced with who that's not working?
So we haven't got Shannon Cook, which is a bit frustrating because I think she's held things up. At the moment, all the pace and everything else is coming down the left-hand side. There's a young lady on for Palace on the left-hand side is absolutely tearing us to shreds every time she gets down, and that's where the threat's coming from. Balls are being whipped in, and then they're just bigger and bulkier in the kind of the box areas every time it comes in, but. It's just the defence is completely imbalanced, and it's you can see it. It's not, they just don't seem to at the moment have the faith. But what I will say is, for the second goal, Niamh Herron took one in the face, was taken off, and obviously had to go off because of a head injury. But then the referee didn't bring her back on quick enough. So actually, we were down to 10 when we conceded the second goal as well. And losing Niamh is one of those things. But 4 minutes just been announced. I believe it should have been longer than that with the 2 injuries that we've had. But I can just imagine half-time rocket is definitely coming towards days, and wouldn't surprise me if there's some changes as well.
Craig, where are Palace in the league?
So they're just below us at the moment. But this just makes it that little bit more interesting because, like I said at the beginning, we were 8 points behind Charlton going into this game. So it was key really to get a result out of today. It doesn't at this present moment look as though that's going to be happening unless things change very, very quickly.
It makes Palace 1 point behind. We've got a game in hand.
Yeah. I know it's the thing is with this league, we know first and second is automatic. Third is a playoff place with the then bottom team in the Women's Super League. So. As well, the other thing is, nothing is guaranteed. And with those teams around us and Charlton to play, may I add, on the last game of the season, it's still very open, but we need to secure these and get some results over the line over the next couple of weeks. FA Cup this weekend, so it's a bit of a distraction, but at the moment, can simply say this isn't good enough.
Craig, can you update us on this week's Super 3, mate? Tell us what games they are. Do you know off the top of your head?
Not off the top of my head, but I'll publish them tomorrow, or if I get a chance, I'll do it on the way home. But what I can say is, obviously, with the results the way they were, there were not many people that got over a couple of points this week. So, despite everything, the league stays very tight. I want to say that we're going to bar Robe. So if he's still top of the league, we're going to get rid of him. We're going to kick him out. I think that's only fair. But I'll update everybody. And like I say, with all the latest scoring and the results tomorrow, and the new games will be up as soon as possible for selection.
Now, Bow and Bell Brummy have just made their first appearance on the Tilton Talk Show. They've just walked behind you.
Walked behind us, yeah. It's going to be making their way around. And as we're doing that, we just had another opportunity again, but again, nobody up front to put the ball away. And again, typical of what we've seen throughout the first half.
Obviously, I can assume that the Norwich away will be one of the Super 3, won't it? Norwich Blues.
It will indeed. That's a definite. Okay. And I'll have a look at the others. Try and swap it up a bit if we can. I think the Solihull Moors one was quite interesting because lots of people had Moors to win. There was only a couple that had the 0-0. So actually, they're the ones that have come out tops this week.
That's good. Give us your prediction then for Norwich Blues on Saturday.
I think it's going to be tight, and Norwich are on a good run at the moment. I'll go with a 1-1. I don't see us getting the 3 points, unfortunately. I hope I'm wrong, but I think it'll be tight.
Yeah, I think the last time we won at Norwich, I had hair and Stern John scored.
I can't remember that.
I've never seen us beat Norwich.
It's about time we won there, isn't it? Really, it's way overdue.
I've seen us beat Norwich, but only on penalties, and it wasn't at their place. But that's the one that everybody's seen as well. So
yeah.
But no, I'll come back on it just after half time, see how things are going, see if there's any swap ups as well before the end of the game. But if not, then keep an eye out. Second half, obviously, is all on YouTube after the show. So for anybody watching, switch straight over, go onto the Blues website, and you'll see the live feed from St Andrews.
Brilliant. Cheers, Craig.
Very good bit.
Good stuff.
And there's a half-time whistle just as we're speaking. So they're all going off, and I wouldn't fancy being them at the moment. So half-time, 0-2, Palace looking on top.
Hey, sounds like a proper show, doesn't it?
I know,
yeah. Now, last week, I did a Who last week, and because we didn't play it. Does anybody want to have a go at it?
Yeah.
I don't know who it is, but I'll know if somebody gets it. If you know what I mean, it'll all come back.
Okay. I hope you will, otherwise we'll never know.
That was excellent with me personally and the team. They were brilliant with me, and I think that's another reason why I love playing for this club. Like I say, it was one of the hardest decisions I had to make leaving the club. Mm-hmm. But I felt that I was at a stage in my career that if I didn't go and play at a higher level, I would have stayed my time here. They were always excellent with me personally and the team.
Could you not hear it?
Just the last bit.
No.
Yeah, I heard it.
No. I heard it loud and clear.
Oh, right, okay.
Did you hear it, Mark Meredith?
Yeah, I got it.
I heard nothing.
You got it, Tim, yeah?
I got two words.
I'm going to go for Gary Breen.
No, it wasn't Gary Breen. No.
It wasn't Gary Breen?
No, that didn't bring back...
I had to go and play at a high level, Irish player. I mean, Liam Daish is the only other one I can think of, and it's not him.
No, it wasn't Liam Daish.
Kenny Cunningham?
No. I'll look tomorrow on my internet history.
Stephen Kelly?
No, not Stephen Kelly.
Keith Fahey?
No, it's not Keith Fahey.
Ooh. I'm just trying to think of an Irish player that had to go and play at a high level, unless he's talking about the club he left to come to us, obviously.
Yeah, naturally.
Thank God it's the Father Ted guys. Jeff Kenner, no. Stephen Kelly, no. Cunningham, Stephen Kelly, no. Everybody seems to think it's Stephen Kelly, but it's not. Nope.
Not Stephen Kelly, no.
Colin Doyle?
No. Eamon Dolan?
Any idea, Tim?
No, I was going to... No.
I mean, I was going to say Jeff Kenner, but obviously he didn't leave to go on.
Yeah. If he's talking about when he was at Blues and then moving on to a high level, I can only really think of Gary Breen, but he left us to go to Coventry, didn't he, at the time? Yeah.
It's not Shane Long either. It's not Stephen Carr, nor Damien Johnson.
Yeah, I was thinking him, but he's Northern.
But knowing me, probably is.
Should we go back to the shout boxes? Give people a chance to get their comments shouted out or any questions?
Right, quite a few. Did you see Robbie Williams as well at the Albion?
I did.
Yeah, that was interesting.
I didn't clock it was him straight away in his white specs and baseball cap. I didn't know.
Bright pink hat and tracksuit.
Yeah, I thought it was Timmy Mallet, to be honest.
Apparently, his drummer, Carl Brazil, was born in Solihull, and he's a Blues supporter, which is believed to be the reason why Williams was in the house.
Oh, brilliant!
Yep. Yeah, he played with us on Sunday League at the Land Rover years back.
Who, Robbie Williams?
No, the
Brazil.
Yeah.
No, I think again it shows how far we've come as a club, though, doesn't it? You know what I mean? When you've got the likes of David Beckham.
Has anybody mentioned Keith Fahey? Was he?
No, it wasn't him. No. Keep thinking.
Chris doesn't know who it is, Tim, so it probably will be Keith Fahey when he gets back.
Yeah. I won't know till tomorrow. Let's go back. Going back to Allsop.
That's a great composition if you don't know the answer.
That's a great shout from Pete Taylor there, Steve Finnan.
No.
Yeah, when he went to Liverpool, it was him.
Liverpool, didn't he?
Not from us, though, did he? He went to Fulham, didn't he?
Fulham first.
We got him from Fulham.
We
got him from Fulham and sold him to Liverpool, right?
No.
Yeah.
It's not David Langan.
He went from us to Fulham, then to Liverpool.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure of that. Obviously, you'd have to look on Wikipedia, but I'm 90%.
Yeah, I thought we got him from Fulham.
Robel, no. Steve
Sorry.
Finn and Robe. Worcester, Fulham, then Liverpool, wasn't it?
Fulham, yeah, 'cause we brought him from Notts County, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We got him from that Welling United.
Welling United, yeah, and then he went to Notts County, then Fulham, then Liverpool.
Yeah. Did you hear that, Robe? Did you hear that? Did you hear the Who? That other Who? The bonus Who?
No, because for some reason my device just went off and it just almost blew up.
Do you want to play it once more, please?
It sounds a lot better now as well.
Prison cell electricity.
Always excellent. With me personally and the team, they were brilliant with me, and I think that's another reason why I love playing for this club. Like I say, it was one of the hardest decisions I had to make leaving the club.
That's all you get.
Oh, shout from me.
Go on, Robe. Jog my memory, please.
It's an Irish lad.
Good answer.
No, wait, hang on. I reckon it was Cole Lafferty.
No.
Sorry.
Darren Randolph.
No, not
Darren.
Ian Clayton is a good shout, that is. Darren Randolph. We haven't had any more Irish players, have we?
we had him a couple of weeks ago, didn't we, Darren Randolph?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Robbo got him, didn't he?
Yeah.
He only said about 4 words and Robbo got him.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Oh, was it? Oh no, I was going to say Shane Ferguson.
No.
I'll give up.
Stephen Gleeson.
I might have this running for a couple of weeks.
Stephen Gleeson.
No. I'll have it going a couple of weeks and then I'll go, oh yeah, it was Jeff Kenner.
Jeff Kenner.
No, it wasn't Jeff Kenner. Definitely wasn't. It wasn't John McCarthy. John McCartney.
McCarthy.
It was a great show.
Yeah.
Great.
No, actually, McCarthy was a northeasterner, wasn't he? He was like Teesside way, wasn't he?
Was he?
Yeah, he weren't. His accent was like Middlesbrough sort of accent.
Did he play for Northern Ireland and McCarthy?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark Meredith, how's the coaching going?
It's good. It's the
woke you up there. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. No, I'm googling it, trying to see who else we've got. We haven't said it yet. Yeah, it's been break of the season, so we'll be back. They're all playing. All the kids are playing high school right now, so they go off play for their schools until end of Feb, start of March, and then we'll have them all back then for games again.
Yeah, that's good. It's good to see.
Caught me cheating.
Yeah, it's good to see. It's good to see some of the academy lads. Obviously, Pateka come off the bench, and the likes of Burrell and on the bench as well. So I know his dad as well, Jem, great guy. So yeah, it's good to see some of the academy lads getting involved, isn't it? Yesterday as well, because it's going to be harder as time goes on and we get better and better. It's going to be harder and harder, isn't it, to get in and amongst it?
That's the problem now, isn't it? It is getting harder for those young ones anywhere in any club. And the better you get, and the more you spend, gets a little bit harder. So yeah, it's always nice to see those kids, but I do worry about the future for those players because we are going to grow stronger and we are going to get bigger players in, and so it's going to be exit doors for a lot of those young kids. Not just at Blues, but around football itself.
Well, in general, you don't see many academy. When you go back to the 90s, you look at Liverpool, Man United, and teams like that. They had so many academy players, and now there's a handful, isn't there, playing at the very top? All
the money and all the foreign players now in it that has changed over the last 20 years that they go out and spend millions, and that's the same with Blues now. Like we go out to the market and we spend on these. Some of the signings we bring in, we don't even know who they are until they get here, do we?
No.
And, to be fair, I'm impressed with the signings from January, but I wouldn't have been able to tell you who they were when they first come in the door.
No, me neither. I'd heard of Jonathan Panzo. That was about it.
Yeah.
So yeah. What are your thoughts on that, Tim? Academy players, obviously.
It's obviously it is getting harder, isn't it, for them to develop, and you just then start questioning, how many academy players are actually going to come through. To make the first team. In contrary to like the women's game, the pathway through the first team is a lot more evident, isn't it? Blues produced many of their big stars and went on to play for England. They produced them through our academy, but the men, it is going to get more and more difficult, as it's already been said. But it is nice to see the young kids coming through, without a doubt.
Yeah, definitely. And Pateka, I've liked what I've seen of him when he's played before. He played against Lincoln in the Cup. last season and played a little bit in pre-season as well and looked pretty good. He's pretty quick on the ball and direct, isn't he? Yeah.
I must admit, I have not actually seen him play in truth.
Okay.
So I can't comment on what he's like as an individual. But, you know, it does make you wonder how many players are actually going to come through the system.
Yeah.
You know, and maybe he's just a production line for other clubs with sell-on clauses that it becomes an income later on down the line, you know. I imagine that's going to happen more and more.
Yeah.
Unless you're a Bellingham again, you know, and of course we know they don't come along very often.
No, that's right, yeah. Should we go around the room then with predictions for Saturday's game?
Go for it.
I'll start us off. I think it's time. I think it's time we won at Norwich. And I'm going to go for 1-0 to Blues. Claire?
I hope the travel's worth it.
You're going to have Delia's chips?
I am having Delia's chips, yeah. That's my treat for the week. I'm also seeing half my family who live down there as well. Do you know what? Let's go 2-1 Blues.
Lovely. Ali?
Also travelling, so yeah, looking forward to that long journey. I think 2-0 Blues.
That'd be great, wouldn't it? We're way over. It's way overdue, and it's about time now.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Just got to stay confident, haven't we?
Yeah. I'd love to see a photo of you and me the last time we won at Norwich.
What year was it?
2002.
I definitely had hair. Let's have a look.
Yeah. I remember you, Tim. I remember you in the background at Preston in 2001 in the playoffs.
Do you?
Yeah. Did you see yourself like there in the background?
No, as in on the yes. You're on about a photograph.
Yeah, at Preston away. Yeah.
I do remember seeing it. It doesn't even look like me. You have to really know me to pick me out.
Yeah, I'll clock you straight away.
I reckon it's a long journey, isn't it?
Horrible journey.
And I genuinely I can't remember the last time we won there. I think it's going to be 1-1.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Exactly. That's exactly what I do as well.
Yeah.
They've got a 0 goal difference, so they're not big scoring, are they?
No.
And nor are we away from home.
No, they had a terrible start, but since this new manager's come in, they've got the old Rangers manager, haven't they?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Is it Clement or something like that? Yeah.
Clement,
yeah. I think he's picked him up a bit, hasn't he, and done much better than the previous guy. So hopefully he has a bad day on Saturday anyway. But yeah, Robe, your prediction?
I think we're going to break the away, jinx. I think we're going to win 1-0. I think we'll keep clean sheet as well.
Really?
I really do. Yeah. I think it's about time. We've got to start winning on the road if we're going to push into the top 6. So why not Saturday?
I think we've got the team to do it now, the squad to do it now.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we'll dig in and get 1-0.
Yeah, brilliant. Mark Meredith?
I'm going to go 1-1 as well and go with Tim. I'll take a draw for sure. I'll take a draw in both away games, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Was that your best photo in the background, being a ball boy against Tottenham?
David. The oldest ball boy in town, that was.
We'll have to get that photo up one of the weeks, actually. That was a brilliant photo, that he's celebrating right in front of you anyway when he scores a penalty.
Yeah.
What was that, 2000?
I was going to lie and just say I was a pitch invader, but I thought I better.
What was that, 2003?
Yeah, his debut, when he for the penalty, he took the ball off Savage, didn't he, to take it?
Yeah.
And last but not least,
opening game, wasn't it?
Yeah. And last but not least, Chris, your prediction for Saturday?
I'm going to go for a 2-0 as well. I think we do it.
Yeah, that'd be lovely. Is that a wrap?
That's a wrap.
That has flown by tonight. That's got to be the quickest it's ever gone, I think. That just seems like I've been on here like a few minutes, to be honest. But yeah, anyway, thanks everyone for watching. We've been the Tilton Talk Show with myself, Paul Hipkiss, sponsored by AMG Logistics. Thanks, Tim, for your time.
That's all right. I enjoyed it.
It's good night from me, and it's good night from Tally Jones.
Good night from me, and it's a good night from Claire Wilden.
Good night from me. Safe travels to everyone going. And please, Blues, play like we did on Sunday, away from home.
But this time, score more goals.
This time, come on, we can do this. And it's a good night from Mark Meredith.
Thanks, Claire. It's a good night from me, hopefully for a good result on Saturday. And it's a good night from my good friend, Mark Adams.
Yay. Cheers, Mark. No, I don't know what's happened tonight, so I must apologise.
Sorry, just to interrupt to our viewers, that is Tally Jones, the last time we won at Norwich.
Oh my God!
Wow! I thought it was David Thorpe.
Told you I had hair.
I thought it was Sorry.
You scored the winner, didn't you, Tally?
I did, yeah.
Excellent.
Good night. Good night from. I think it's up to me. Good night from me. Sorry about all the technical stuff, but I'll be all right next week. And I'll pass you over to Chris.
Well done. It's good night from me, and it's a good night from Tim.
Yeah, good night from me too.
Well done.
All the very best. Keep right on.
Cheers again, Tim.
Cheers,
Tim.
Shut up.
Hey, a whole hour and a half in that robe, it was absolutely...
I was there in spirit.
Did we say good night from Mark Meredith?
Yeah. Hey, what about Craig?
Oh,
good night from Craig Kamara.
AKA Jeremy Clarkson.
He might be slumped under a seat with a pie.
Oh, he fell asleep.
He's in a food coma, isn't he?
Yeah.
This episode is proud to be sponsored by Now, where you can stream Sky Sports flexibly. Catch the biggest games this season how you want, when you want. The football season is back, and you can keep up with all the action on Sky Sports with a Now membership. Whether you're perched on the edge of your sofa or hiding behind it, you can capture more of the drama this season with Now. The heat of the moment, the 90th minute winner, that last-ditch tackle, the pride on the line, and the best bit, you can dip in for the derby or stay for the season. With a Now month membership, you can stream all Sky Sports channels flexibly. No fuss. Go to nowtv.com to find out more about sports memberships. 18 plus, UK only. Minimum speed 2.5 megabits per second. Live scheduling may be subject to change. Full terms apply.
If your team isn't using ClickUp, you're wasting time, and data proves it. 61% of knowledge workers manage work more than doing it, switching apps 1,000 times a day. That's work sprawl and costs millions. ClickUp replaces 20 apps with Convergence, uniting projects, docs, and chats, while AI super agents handle the busy work. Join 4 million teams using ClickUp to finish work 30% faster. Try it free and get 15% off AI upgrades at clickup.com/podcast. That's CLICKUP.com/podcast.
This podcast is proud to be part of the TalkSport Fan Network. TalkSport. Powered by fans.